Record. Welcome. I'm back with the Hormone Chronicles. So Dr. Carol, I went live about Hormone Chronicles #1. I'm going to do a little series on this as we lead up to the launch of what both Dr. Carol and I think is a very, very exciting time in the world of women's hormone health. I am thrilled to bring to you the amazing Dr. Carol, who has expertise in naturopathic medicine and is one of the most giving, loving human beings I've ever met. She's brilliant in any number of ways. So I am excited to bring her to you and let you hear her speak about what we're so excited about. And let me just say, before we both start this, so both Dr. Carol and I are postmenopausal. We had very different journeys through perimenopause and menopause, which so many people, women do. And whether or not you decide to look at hormone replacement therapy or not, that's not part of this conversation. Right? This is what's beautiful about this is a non-hormone approach to hormone health. And you might be scratching your head and saying, well, I don't understand, because if we're not talking about hormones, what are we talking about? And Dr. Carol and I were both just saying, we love when we learn something that we didn't know. And I had no idea what else was happening in our bodies beyond the hormones as we go through our cycles as women, but also as we go through perimenopause and menopause. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Carol. Carol, just go ahead and riff for us, and I'll jump in and out, but I know you've got some things. And I'll also just say what's really exciting is Dr. Carol, because she does help so many people with their health and wellness, has been in a focus group. So she actually has her hands on the product that I have not yet gotten my hands on. So she's got some inside scoop. And I'm going to mute myself because, as you know, the sounds of New York City are loud. So go ahead.
Wow, thank you so much, Tracey. I'm really thrilled to be sharing on your wall with all of your friends, and hopefully some of mine will catch this as well. As Tracey said, y'all, I have been very honored to be a part of the focus group with a menopausal formula. So we have 2 formulas that will be launching mid-February. And if you're not on our wait list, be sure to get on our wait list for that. You're going to want to by the time you really learn about this. So we have a menstrual formula and we have a menopausal formula. And I have been taking the menopausal formula now for just about a month, a little bit shy of a month. I'm 64, much older than Tracey, not necessarily wiser, but older. And I definitely am postmenopausal. However, even though when I went through my menopause, I didn't experience severe hot flashes, insomnia, a lot of the things that women do experience. I transitioned fairly smoothly because I eat a mostly plant-based diet, and I believe that helps support me through that. However, you know, I've had this conversation with a lot of postmenopausal women and like, oh, well, I don't need anything. I'm like, well, in postmenopause, we are much higher cardiovascular and bone density risk. So you want nutrients to help support you in your cardiovascular health as well as bone density. Yeah. And I will tell you that as a result of being in this focus group for about a month, I'm very transparent. I never really had a problem with libido, but it did drop post-menopause. Didn't really have problems through menopause, but post-menopause, since I've been taking this formula, just saying, you might want to talk to my husband. And the other thing is way deeper, less interrupted sleep and more balanced mood. So that's what I'm experiencing postmenopausally. Tracey, did you want to say something in there?
Yeah, no, I really think that that's so powerful. And I think what's interesting is because some of those things happen just gradually over time, you don't even remember how well you used to sleep, right? And so you don't remember what a deep sound sleep even feels like until you find it again. And I think for all of us that want to live like long, happy, fulfilling marriages and relationships, like libido matters. And I just love that we're having this conversation, because I think we all just want to, you know, have like these rich, loving relationships. And when your libido goes, it makes it really hard. So I just love that we're having this conversation.
For sure. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah.
So the basic concept for those of you who just are really intrigued, I'm telling you, as a naturopathic doctor, I'm a retired critical care nurse of 20 years. Now I'm a naturopathic doctor, counselor of natural health, and a health and body confidence coach. Nutrition is everything. And what I love about this formula and the company behind it, they are committed to research and science for nutrients that will help support us gracefully through menstruation and menopause. So think about this, something you might not have ever thought about. So many people have been fascinated, myself included. Over 200 micronutrients fluctuate during any woman's ovulatory cycle or menopausal cycle. 200 nutrients, depending on what's happening physiologically inside of our body. So we're not treating hormones with this formula. What we're doing is we're supporting hormones through nutrition to lower your chance of side effects of going through the whole deal and lowering symptoms like cramps and bloating and headaches and acne and insomnia on the other end. So it's fascinating to me, the amount of nutrients, and there's separate formulas for gals who are menstruating. There's a formula specific to when you actually start your period for the first 4 days. Then when you're pre-ovulatory in that phase, there's another formula. And then when you're post-ovulation, a different formula, because different micronutrients are needed for each phase. It's fascinating. I'm sure you have something to say about that,
Yeah,
Tracey.
no, this has been the part that's really like blown my mind. And I think back, I mean, I sound like, back when I was younger, but really, I mean, I look at my daughters now who have period trackers, and they really understand their cycle and what's happening. We didn't know this stuff. I mean, it was really like a big guess. And what has been missing is, okay, now we know what happens in the body, but what does our body need during those days? And women, I love what amazing creatures we are. We need the support when we need it. And that changes by the day as a woman. What I found, what really blew my mind on this is, so the biochemical, the nutrient, and you might read this for us, but the micronutrient deficiencies, and Carol and I could riff about micronutrients all day long. Micronutrient deficiencies are creating biochemical reactions that show up in ways that look a lot like hormones. And so while some of those things, we're not saying those things like hormonally won't still happen, there is a lot you can do nutritionally to support your body and reduce those symptoms that have nothing to do with, that are not hormone related. They're nutrient related based on what's happening in your body.
Yeah, bottom line, it's targeted nutrition based on a woman's cycle.
Right.
So we can use all these fancy terms, bioceutical, biological, physiological, what intuitive nutrition,
Right.
All of these things. The bottom line, it's target specific nutrition based on a woman's cycle.
Right.
And I love that this is something this is revolutionary, y'all.
Yeah.
This is something that has hardly been, we're like creating a whole revolution of women's health and how to support it without hormones. And by the way, our products are also soy free. So there's no soy isoflavones, which can mimic estrogens, right? So if that's a concern of yours, you've been told you can't take hormones for whatever reason, there's no hormonal activity product, anything in any of our formulas, right, Tracey?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is super important because I know for a lot of people, they cannot take hormones and they need to be super careful with soy. And so it's super important, and it doesn't, like, it's not an either or. So that's what I love about this, is that this is something that's going to support your body. And the hormone conversation, always have with your doctor. Let me also just clarify here, Dr. Carol and I are not offering any medical advice. Right. We're not claiming to solve all your hormone problems. So don't come back and tell us that we said it. That's not what we said. We're actually sharing what we're excited about, because we're about 6 weeks out as we record this from the availability of this product. And so many people are getting on our wait lists, and we anticipate, back to what Carol was saying, when you look at trends in health and wellness, targeted nutrition is really where the industry is going, because the more we learn about how the body works, the more we can create solutions mirrored around that. And if you think about this, you guys, there's nothing out there that supports a woman through her cycle. And when you look at this product, I can't wait till we get our hands on it, but it's actually going to mirror the cycle. So you actually, ladies who are still having their cycles, you're going to mirror that cycle each month, and you're going to get exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. It's really cool. And then the menopause product, maybe we can talk just briefly about the menopause product. I think I know a lot of my friends are super excited about this. What can you tell us about, you told us your experience. So what can you even tell us some of the ingredients that have got you pretty jazzed up? Is there anything in there that you're excited?
Well, so something actually that a lot of people probably aren't really that familiar with, it's called Ester G100. It's a patented formula that consists of 3 botanicals, and I can't even pronounce them, so go Google it.
Yep.
Estro G100. So there are some formulations on the market with that particular patented ingredient in it.
Yeah.
Ours is also supported with some olive leaf extract, a couple others, but so there's no actual science research yet on our actual products. So we do not have original research yet.
Right.
However, based on hundreds, if not thousands of articles that the 2 formulators behind this took over 5 years to come together with these formulas, they devoured the research and the science behind all of these ingredients and how they can nutritionally support a woman through her cycle. And in menopause, this Ester G100 with these 3 botanicals all have been scientifically documented, proven, published to reduce hot flashes, reduce insomnia, to increase vaginal dryness, to increase your libido. This is all science-based. We're not saying at this point, we promise you this is what our product is going to do, but based on previous research, that's what it's showing. And I know we don't want to go on and on, but besides my own story, Tracey, because I am part of the focus group, we have a special little group where everybody's sharing their experiences. I'd love to share, I've got 4 or 5 comments for gals that have taken the menopausal, and then I'll share a couple of the menstrual. Can I share that? Is that okay?
This would be amazing. This would be amazing. This is going to be gold.
Okay, so, and these are actual people taking the menstrual products. So those girls who are having ovulation, having cycles. And we're only, again, about 3 weeks or so into this, and I'm just starting to collect some of this data. But day 4, this one gal says, for me, day 4, I usually have severe cramps and I've had very minimal, close to none. My energy is through the roof. I'm loving it. Next gal, minimal cramps and bloating on day 1, then nothing the rest of the 3 days, and I'm usually bedridden. Now, it almost sounds too good to be true, but these are real people, and I know some of these people personally. Yeah. Another one is best period so far, hardly any cramps, no bloating, less bleeding. Another one, day 8 for me, brain fog is improving. I have better focus, more energy. I feel happier, less mood swings. Incredible difference in my mood, almost zero irritability, and even more energy. And then I'll just share a couple on the menopausal. Here's a couple on make sure I got the right one here. Yes. So here's one who says, day 8 for me, definitely noticed mood better, minimal bloating, greatly increased libido, good sleep, and the real kicker, no night sweats whatsoever since the first night. Another gal, 47 years old. My last period was February 2020. I used to wake up frequently soaking wet from night sweats. It hasn't happened since starting Project 23, which is the formula. My libido is up and my vaginal dryness is better. And just one more, day 9, brain fog is improving, focus better at work, more energy, sleeping better, no night sweats, and less mood swings. BINGO.
Woo! Woo! I mean, this is exciting. So you can see, you guys, this is why we care so much about this. And for those who know Dr. Carol and those of you guys who know me, you know, we care about women's health. And we care about everyone's health, but really, I mean, we really, really, really are passionate about women's health. And if we have something that we think can help, we're going to share it with you. And what I will tell you is that last night, as we record this, last night we put this on, they went on sale for the social marketers. It's sold out in an hour. And the menopausal product, we 10x'd the anticipation of this product even within our own company. And so what we know is that the need for this is big. And it's a conversation that not enough of us are having, that people are walking around thinking, I just am going to feel this way now. And if we have something that might move the needle, even the slightest bit for you, we're going to share it with you. And so what I would encourage you to do is just get back with Dr. Carol or I and just say, I want to learn more. We can keep sending you some information. We've got time to get you educated before this product comes to the market. And then you can be at the front of the list. Because if last night was any indication of what's going to happen when this product goes on sale, we want our friends to be in the front of the line to be able to get their hands on this. And I would just say, like, for any of you who are listening, you know, and you've got daughters, nieces, friends who also need the product for the cycle. And if you're on and you're like, my mom could really use this for menopause, like, think about someone also that you love who also needs to hear about this, because we all deserve to feel as good as possible. Our time on this planet is short, and not feeling our best is not how we are designed to spend it. So I think, you know, finding ways that we can feel our best. Yeah.
Yeah, I just really want to end this too, because I was sitting here thinking, because you and I both have been opening up this conversation for women to have with us, right?
Yeah.
We've been asking for people's stories and people's experiences. And honestly, y'all, it has been heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's a big part. You know me, my big heart, I'm gonna start crying, but it's a big part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, I got one message back from a grandma who's concerned about her granddaughter because her cramps and her bleeding are so bad that she misses school every month because of her cycle. And she's only 15 years old. And then on the other end, I got a message from one of my friends who is in her 50s. She's a top executive in her company. She runs a whole team. She says, Dr. Carol, I just put on my happy face. I pretend like I'm okay. And I can't wait till the meeting is over. And I go into my office, I close the door and I cry because I've got cramps so bad. I feel so miserable. And it's like, I just pretend. Well, we don't want people to have to pretend anymore. Number one, we want to open up the possibility to have a conversation with us. We're here for you. We want to hear your stories. We're here to support you. Again, can't make any promises, but golly, if this could help you, someone you love, please reach out to us.
Yeah. I love that. I love you, Dr. Carol. You're amazing. Mwah. Have a great day, everybody, and get back to us with more questions. Okay. Bye.